Hey everybody, Ogre Speed Shop here, and this is going to be phase 2 of the Firebird build. And this is a really long one, so it might be broken up into a couple videos. But this is where I had decided that I just didn't want to do all the body work. I just want to drive my car, and because I've been dreaming of driving a 69 Firebird forever. Doesn't have to be perfect. None of my cars have ever been perfect as far as body-wise goes, but they always run great. So this is the, like I said, phase 2 beginning, where I decided I'm just going to put it back together and with the parts that I got and see what I can do. So stand by and hope you enjoy it. Try to figure out why a Pontiac motor won't work with Camaro steering linkages, and so far I haven't figured out why. Because you see, I can go all the way that way. It doesn't even come close to the oil pan. Go all the way this way. Again, nowhere near the oil pan or starter, which is what I was worried about, and that's what I've heard is the problem. So the only thing I can think of is going to be exhaust clearance issues. But that's not a big deal because exhaust is easy to fix. So I don't see why I'm going to have to switch back to Pontiac. I'm not going to. I'm going to make this Camaro steering work because it's a lot cheaper to make it work than it is to get new parts for the Pontiac. Alright, here's my first attempt at starting it. Well, the good news is it cranks. Seems to have good compression too. So now I just gotta hook up some wiring for the ignition and see if it'll start. Yeah. So the newest thing we've done is we hooked up a new switch so we can actually shut it off easier, and I can work the throttle up here. But the throttle's actually hooked up, so we got Jace in the cockpit ready to give it some revs. So here we go, we're gonna fire it up. Turn the switch on and there you have it. So you can actually rev it from the inside of the car and shut it off with a switch and start it with a trigger. Alright, just to recap a little bit. Wednesday night I kind of spilled all my gas from that gas can right there. It's hard to see because it's dark. Because it was just resting here on the frame and providing fuel. Well, I found my crossover tube today, and now I have completed the fuel system. From right there and down under and across and comes out over here. Alright, some of the latest things. Got the sway bar on. That was a pain in the butt because I had to drop the whole suspension to get it back on there because of the way it runs underneath there like that. See how it's so close underneath? So that's on now. Also, as you can see, I got a complete fuel system now. Got the crossover tube going down there now. It goes all the way across to here. And the only other thing I've done today is put fluid in the diff and put a new pinion seal and new pinion nut on the diff. But look how pretty that is. It's a little dusty now because I did that about 8 months ago, but it does look good. Y'all new rear drum brakes, yep. Still keep with the drum brakes for now. But other than that, get the fuel tank, fuel system all in there. Transmission is completely hooked up now. Just waiting on drive shaft. I got U-joints coming. Now I have to have it shortened, the stock drive shaft shortened. But she's coming along. I'm going to do some wiring next so I can actually start from the inside. So, until next time, that's where we're at. Yeah, I'm working on brakes too. I got a master cylinder and a few things coming for that too. And that's it. Alright, so this is the first official rotating of the drive line of the Firebird. So I'm going to fire it up and I'm going to go through the gears, and Chase is going to videotape the wheels, or the drum brakes in the back rotating. Ready? There you have it. Alright, the next step on this is hook up the electric fan. So right there's a switch. There's my relay, my circuit breaker, and the wiring that leads up into the car. Well, there's power, and then the switch power inside. Pretty sure I got the key on. Yes, I got the key on. So I'm just going to show you, by grounding out the switch, that it works. Has an electric fan now. So as long as the switch works. Well, it don't look like much, but she's a little less loud now. Just loaded the stock manifold or the stock downpipes, which was because they're pretty brittle. And I had these good old glass packs laying around, so I put those on. Those aren't actually welded together yet, but I still got to finish welding all the piping in here. But won't be such a freaking obnoxiously loud car anymore. Still pretty loud, but not nearly as bad as it was. Maybe I'll actually be able to hear my son when we're working on it together now.
Yeah.
Alright, this is the first time I'm going to drive this thing. I'll get a video of it. Maiden voyage. Ready? Going? All right, I'm going to end this video right here because I don't want these videos to go much more than like 15 minutes because I want everybody to see this, what the process is of going through and, you know, putting one of these cars together. So if you looked at if you saw the dates at the beginning, this was actually like a 14-month period between the first picture and, you know, the very end where I took it for that spin up the road. And so this next phase is going to be basically a part 2 of phase 2. And it's going to show us putting the rest of the car back together. So we're going to put the front end back on, get the lights going. It's going to be basically getting the car ready for registration and getting the title put on it. So that's going to do it for this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like down there. If you want to, subscribe and leave me a comment. Let me know if I'm doing a good job here and if you like the content. So until next time, I'll see you later.